Hi guys, Backyard Builds with Nate here again. Here she is, lovely Saturday evening. It was a nice sunny day here today. Oh, let's give you a quick little story on my struggle of the day. Mowing my lawn. I borrowed a mower from my uncle, drove it up the road, got it here, made 2 passes around the lawn, belt blew off it. Called him up and he was going away. So I dug my old mower out to see if the transmission was going to work. Halfway around the yard. And then another one of my uncles up the road showed up. Said, "Oh, I got a mower over here you can use. Full of gas and everything." Awesome. Down the road, grabbed that, come home, mowed the lawn. Until I run out of gas. Run out of gas about 3/4 of the way through. And lo and behold, my old one, which I don't know why the transmission's working all right today, but I finished her off with the old one. Got her done. So that was kind of an exciting 45 minutes to mow my lawn, 3 hours later, just about. So we're out here tonight, and I've done a little cleanup on some of the pieces to put the intake and the valve covers on this 57. Actually, the valve covers aren't totally clean, but we got the intake and the intake gasket, and they have a little metal thing goes down the middle here. Anyhow, I geared up and shoved this on. I'll show you some of the stuff I use. Everybody uses different things. Just the stuff that I use around here, I find works good and what not. So, let's see here. I've already, I took a rag. I usually take a rag. I lay the rag down in the intake. Stuffed all the holes full. And so I'll lay the rag down the intake, cover everything up here, stuff rags in, all 8 of them intake holes and the exhaust for the EGR port holes. So I start off with a razor blade, scrape them. Then I like using these on a little 90-degree air grinder. This is one of my old crappy ones. I've got a couple good Blue Point ones, but start off 3M. I forget what the grid is on this one. What's it say on here? Roll lock. Anyways, she got the fingers 3M. You can get green ones. Actually, the green ones. See, I've used this one many times. She's wore out. The green ones. Oh, what's it say on there? 3M. Anyways, the green ones work the best. And the white ones are okay, but they're almost a little too soft with the fingers on them. But that green one used to look like that at one time. So I like using them. Clean the intake and the gaskets off. And you can go a little bit more. This is still a fiber 3M for the 90. And give that a rub. I clean it up nice. Then I got Klondike Brake Clean. Spray it on rag, wipe it, get nice and clean. And yeah, so I cleaned all that, all up good. That ready to go. The intake is all done on the bottom as well. I did the bottom where the gasket goes and all that stuff. Ready to go. And I just took the bolts. I'd like to have a wire wheel on my bench grinder, but I don't. So I got the bolts. I cleaned the bolts up. Wire brush. Just cleaned them up. I didn't paint none of them. Like I say, this isn't a show rig, just nice and clean. Wire brush the threads on the bolts. Now I like this stuff. They use this a lot on newer vehicles. A lot of newer vehicles don't run gaskets on the tranny pans and stuff. We get the right stuff. Permatex. Right stuff. That ain't coming in very good. There's a... Yeah, this is what I use. And it's a really good... Man, that doesn't focus at all, is it? Highly flexible, oil resistant, sensor safe, instant seal. A lot of the newer vehicles, your tranny pans and stuff, don't have gaskets. Right from the dealer. Dodge here uses these on all the oil pans. tranny pans and all that stuff. I'm going to put a bead on the front. And I'm just put a touch around each port because this is actually a metal gasket. I got to do both sides though. But I ain't going to put much on the bottom side around the ports. But I'm going to do the bottom side, all four corners, bead on either end, and then set that gasket on. And then when I set the intake on, I'm going to put a little more on. So first, we're going to take that oil pressure sender out of there so I can put the mechanical one in. I'll just get that one out of the way for now. Give it a little more room to set that intake down. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to here. And we get time, I'll put the alternator brackets on, 2 hose clamps on the front hose, and maybe even set the valve covers. I do have cork gaskets for the valve covers. Used ones, but they're still good. We're not making a show rig here. She's just a get it together, get it running, see how it's going to do. This motor's only temporary till I get all the 460 stuff. So let's see if I can set you up half decent on the other. The tripod won't work here, so just taking a pause here for a second. All right, back at you here. We're going to give her the TRY here. I know we're just looking down in there and see how she goes. I'm going to put around here. I'm not going to put a real thick bead on the bottom side of the gasket, but I'm going to put a thicker one on the top. I'm going to make sure I get my 4 corners really good though. And this stuff here is really good stuff. So, just the corners there really good. Hope everybody had a great day this Saturday. It was a nice one out. So I'm just going to put a teeny tiny little bit around, there. That's all I'm going to do, just a little bit. I'm hoping tomorrow, see how tomorrow goes. I'm hoping tomorrow I might go out back and pop the distributor module out of an old 305 I got back there so I can make my harness that I want to make for, I'm not going to run the Duraspark box on this. I'm going to run a Chevy module out of a distributor. I've done that before and they work really well. I know guys, Chevy parts, but that's what we're going to do. I just like the way they work. Work real well. Duraspark box, you know, a lot of people you'll see older trucks. When I was growing up, my grandfather and my uncle had him here. And I remember having 2 Duraspark boxes under the hood. And when one warmed up, she'd quit. You pull over on the side of the road, plug the other Duraspark box in, and away you go. More than once. I bought a 83 Capri with they had a 256 cylinder in it, 4-speed car. First car I actually ever bought. And it was the same way. 2 of them under the hood. 2 of them under the hood. And everybody's going to do this differently. This is just the way I like doing it. On this old stuff, I'm not, if I had a new gasket, I probably wouldn't go quite as far with it, but okay. Now, set this down in there. There is a dowel on the head here and dowel on the head here. After this gasket gets down in there, it goes all the way down in. Get up on that dowel on that side. You almost have to push it in a little bit. like I say, everybody does it different. There's no, whatever works best for you, that's what you want to be doing. Making it the best for you. Now that'll push down when we tighten the bolts in. All right. Do it again, but I'm going to put a little thicker bead on the top side in these front corners now. A little thicker bead around the whole thing. In the corners for that, where the aluminum intake's going to set. I'll just fill that corner up. If it squirts out, it squirts out. Wipe it off with a rag after. And actually, on these ones, the intake is the main one anyways. Actually, that's a splash pan, so the main oil is underneath, so there shouldn't be no oil coming up here anyways. Probably doing this for nothing on this one. This here is a really good product, though. I'm going to put it around there, I don't care. This thing's just an old slug. She's no big high-performance mobile. Just an old slug. I'm just hoping she'll slug along down the road. And we'll drive her. I'm excited. I want to drive it. Now, that's all we're going to do with that. Where to put my little cover? Little cover for that. Sorry, I'll take a piece of tape on it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Good enough on that. All right. Now, I meant to take that. Am I going to touch that? If I try to loosen that off, I already got silicone there. Am I going to touch that? Oh, no, that's good. I forgot to take that out. It's already cleaned off around the bottom of it. No crap around there. It's already good. All right, now tack up for a quick minute, and then set the intake down in there. Put the bolts to her. Put the bolts to her. See if we can get her close the first time. Like I say, this has already been cleaned off, wiped off, brake cleaned on the bottom. I did the same thing to this. Cleaned off all the edges. Same thing. Oh, excuse me there, guys. Now, I probably should have put my hooker holder on her. Get that up there. First time. Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, grab me bolts. That thing's a whole lot lighter than that darn cast iron baby we got on there, wasn't it? And one thing I like about this car, we can climb right up inside here. What I love about these old Fords. Get right in her. Get right in her, guys. And we'll see how close our bolt holes are to line up. Gracious sakes. right in there. Now I know there's proper torque specs for this and all that fun stuff, guys. Yeah, there is a proper torque spec. My torque spec's going to be tight. That's it. We'll snug them down. We'll cross it when we tighten them. Give her the old cross tighten. And just tighten them up. Now, before I go any further, there is one thing I should do here. One thing I should do here before we go any further, I see. There's one more thing we should do. We gotta cover that hole up. So don't drop nothing down inside of her. Don't drop nothing down inside of her now. Come back apart. I'll just set that lift plate over there for now. We'll just set the lift plate on there. Hope everybody's out playing with their projects today. Today's a great day for playing with projects. That's what we're doing today. Playing with projects. I did do some work today. That dirty old Chev truck. Still working on that in my spare time. Spare time, guys. So, we'll get the 7/16 element. Nope. Look at that. Dropped it right there. Closing. That was a closing. Let's see what we got here. We'll just snug them down. Snug them down, and we'll go back over it by. I always go back over it by hand. This ratchet here is not overly powered, anyways. She's not overly powered. Never a dull moment with these ones, though. She ain't very strong. They might have hit something. It's alright though. Yeah, this ratchet, lucky if this ratchet here gives you 10 pounds, if that. She just bottoms out, and that's it. And we'll go back over it with the hand ratchet and give her the once over. I say, this here ain't very strong, this one. Printer stop this one with your bare hands almost. All right, now, did I bring? Yeah, I did. There she is. There she be, boys. There she be. Yes, bye. All right, now we'll give her the check with the ratchet. I say, she's not very... I always work from the center out and cross hatch them. There's a torque sequence too. I guarantee there is. This is the way we're doing her today. Each to your own, everybody. We'll soon hear this run. Soon. I ended up being a little more busier than I planned on being. Just the way she goes sometimes. So we get back to it when we get back to it. There. One more time, and then I'll give her the feely feels. She's getting the feely feels now. think, I'm not sure if I'm gonna 650 or a 750 on this yet. I got a line on a 750 Albrock or 650 Holly. Not sure yet. One or the other is what it is getting. I'm just not 100% sure. Look it up. That's pretty clean in there. It's clean in there. Yeah, maybe I'll grab them valve covers now and we'll throw them on. Give them a little throw on. Double check down here, make sure it's still pretty clean down here. And under the valve cover. She's clean under there, guys. She's clean under there. Alright, now, I didn't really get a chance to wash the valve covers down a whole lot, but we're going to put them on anyways. Getting in and out of this thing's great. So, we got the valve covers right there. Right. Whoop. There. Actually, I might just take a cloth, give them a quick wipe. And I was going to clean them up a bunch, but we really don't need it to be too awful clean. Too awful clean. I did wipe them out some to make sure there was no metal filings and stuff in them. We did do that. And they're good. They're good. Give them another quick little scuff here. Sometimes you get to the point that you're like, oh, time to make her run. And it doesn't have to be that clean. I'm not opening up the hood on this at no car shows or nothing. I'll be in the parking lot at car shows anyways with this one, I imagine. I don't like going to that many car shows. The old truck, I will take that in, I guess, sometimes. And see what's going on. Oh, I'm just showing you my feet. Sorry, guys. All that talking. All that bullshitting, and I was showing you my feet. Sorry about that. Just here on Saturday night. Yep. Saturday night gong show. Way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she don't. Right? Hey, Tim. Alright, there's one. We're just going to give that other one a quick little rub. Not that bad. They're not that bad. I do like these Mickey Thompson valve covers, though. They're old school. Old school ones. Old school. Anything old school now is... I got another set in the house. Mickey Thompson ones. Same style as these, but they're for 460, which is different bolt pattern. I believe they're supposed to be 460. Never had them on the 460 yet. That's where my tunnel ram is. I do have the tunnel ram for my 460 sitting on my coffee table, right in the living room. It sets in there. There's a 750 spread bore Holly setting on it, and there's a 650 double pump square bore that I had on this other motor the other day. They were both in the house there on that for setting on that intake for a while. I just look at it when I'm on the couch. My cat, he gets up and sits beside it sometimes. And the intake I picked up when I was down in the States, the mock-up one for small block Chev for a supercharger, it is also sitting on my coffee table in there. And it's just a mock-up intake. It's going to come out and go on the shelf up here in the shop as soon as I get the shelf fixed up and going. That's all we're doing with these valve covers, guys. I'm not repainting them or nothing. I might take the feather edger with 220 on it or something, just buff the tops of them off again, scuff them off a little bit, and call her a day. Happy days. Okay. Now I gotta remember where we put the bolts for them. I didn't know, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, let's see if we can get back in here. Back in here. under the hood of this old thing. Not. I gotta figure out how to do a better picture with that one of these days. Better picture. Yeah, we just got the old cork gaskets that was on her. They're going back in her. They're in good shape, so they can go right back in her. That's where they're going. Now just flip that upside down. Back around. I'll get it right one of these times. There we go. There we go. Should line up there. That'll do the deal. She'll do the deal. I should look in to see if there's any rubber. I looked into a new gasket kit for this motor. I was going to buy a complete gasket kit. I would have used everything but the valve covers, or the head gaskets, but it was quite a ways away. It's quite a ways away. And the time it was going to take to get it, and what I was working with for time was not what I wanted to worry about. So she's all right. There. All right. Get some bolts. Grab the bolts here somewhere. Slide them in there. Slide them in. Okay. Well, bolts for them are, where are we here? Should have had them ready. Should have had them ready. Ready. There's a clean set. There they are. Buddy did have some new ones in there. They're just a standard quarter inch bolt. Get a couple of them lined up. Not going to put no sealer on these or nothing, so they're all right. All right, guys. Working on that old Chev there today. I've already got a whole tank of welding gas in that thing. I run it as soon as I start that welder up again. She's going to be out of gas. Old buddy Doug, I was talking to old buddy Doug, and he said if I get back into it tomorrow, come up and get his tank again. Again, he said. And he said, come get her though if I want it, borrow it. Again. Just always seems to be it runs out on a Sunday. And you don't realize it till you do half a day's work. And you check her again. You got half a tank, but you didn't realize you were doing as much welding as you normally did. And there it is, right? Yeah, see if we can get back here a different angle on this thing. If I get you a different angle or not. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. We're just sliding along here. I had the radio on cranking for quite a while. I had some good tunes on there tonight, Saturday night. 104.3. Metallica's on there. I always rock it with Metallica. Even some old Nazareth. Guns N' Roses. But they don't run no Megadeth on there though. No Megadeth on that station. Yeah, tomorrow maybe we'll run back to the old junkyard and grab that distributor to that 305. See if we can get to that tomorrow at some point. And we are going for a cruise tomorrow. Buddy Barrett and Doug and a few of us are going to take our trucks out for a cruise. Doug got the old car going. It's supposed to be a nice day. Not 100% sure exactly where we're going yet. Maybe down Bridgetown area. Somewhere's different. Get out anyways, right? I changed the oil in my truck last night before I went to town, had it out for a spin. nice night. Actually, there's another washer right there. Yeah. Some car shows coming up we might go to. Hoping the weather stays decent around here. The darn weather hasn't been the greatest till just of late, so hopefully it comes in, stays in, and we can get out and do some stuff in the sunshine. Our mowing this morning was nice. First time I mowed in the sunshine in a long time. Everybody knows what that's like, dealing with the darn weather. I'm just showing you what I'm doing here, guys, I guess. My Saturday night. A bunch of people were wheeling this weekend. The wheelers going by. I was gonna take mine out tonight, but decided to stay in here and do this stuff. Gotta get this going, get this out of here. Got more than this to do to it, but I want to hear this motor run. You guys probably do too. Let's see if I'm actually going to have something out of this deal. I think we'll get something pretty good out of this deal. I believe she's going to be a good one. Things are looking that way. Yeah. We got one more. One more, guys. Clean them up. All right. There, we'll get them there. Where's the ratchet at? 7/16. We'll give them a little spin down. I'm just going to set them down. I won't tighten them right up right now. We'll just set the bolts in there. I'm going to grab that alternator bracket, I think, and stick the alternator bracket on. A couple clampolas. Oh, I did it again. That's not 7/16. It's 3/8. 7/16 is what we want. Down to the ground we go. I'm going to get a swivel on that, maybe. Did I reach that one? I got a swivel extension on here, but the swivel extension, there we go. A lot of the times, after you run the motor and get them up to temperature, you end up retightening these anyways, after you get a couple heat cycles into her. I might not have all the right words, guys, but we just go along with what we got. Go along with what we got. Bolt down. And they're good. Say this here's only 5 or 10 pounds tops is all these things here, but that one there is too long. All the rest of them look pretty good, but that one there must be longer. Must be longer. We'll stick another washer on that one. That's all we got, so stick another washer on it. try it. We'll see how the old AC Delco alternator is going to fit on her. See how close the wiring is and stuff. I'm going to rewire it anyways for that. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll run them and then I'll retorque them after we do the... After she does a heat cycle or two. The old cork gaskets. Alright. So, yeah. Moving right along here. I do like them old valve covers, the old Mickey Thompsons. They're nice. They're dirty. So am I. We are going to paint a few more spots under there. Paint a few more pieces. Let's just see. I'll get the alternator brackets with paint on them. We're going to set them. What's the best area for you here, fellas? Where are we at? Maybe, maybe not, maybe. See right there. Let's see what these brackets look like. I just cleaned them up, sprayed them up. A little bit of flat black. Pull this pulley back off. I just set that on there to look at. Pull that back off. Another night in the shop. All we get going on here. Oh yeah. I know what's going on there now. That one there is going to get changed out. I just had that they're holding the dipstick tube onto her. And the lower bolt here, not onto her for the alternator charging device. Oh, just a second. I'll let you. Just a second. I got someone coming in. Just a second. All right, guys. Back at you guys. Yeah. I tried to restart the video. Shut it off. Again. Anyways, company for a little bit. Back at you. So we got the bolt sitting on there. We'll just do a little walk around here now. I'll just show you a few little things here we got going on. Before I set this alternator on. I got the new alternator here in the car. I'm still looking for a few things in here actually. I got the radio for it, but I don't have the clock and the heater controls. And that's what we got going to go on there next. Well, not next, here after a bit. And then finish the wiring up. I picked up a little set of these mirrors. Clip-ons. Let's go, we'll pull this alternator here first. We'll go, I'll show you that mirror on the other side. There. Just slam her, he says. Just slam her. Set that up there for a minute. So I bought these little clip-on mirrors. These here. Amazon. Like 40-some bucks a piece. Or 40-some bucks a piece. Something like that. So I've had them in here already, sitting in the car. And I believe I'm going to mount them right here, right there. So, I believe that's where they're going to be mounted. Doesn't look too bad there. Up on the side. Where I put them on there. Got two, one for the other side, the same. And I had it ahead here, here. Really tight gap there. The door's tight in the back. So it's not beating the paint off it in the gap. But I'm not going to fool with the gaps. It shuts too good and all that stuff. So put them up there. Good to go. Then we'll grab this here alternator and see how close it's going to look. With, of course, it's all still in the packaging and everybody. We'll do the one-hand shuffle. One hand shuffle to the floor like everything else. And we'll see if our bolt, 90% of the time, it's the same size. I have had to run a drill through them a couple times in the past too. Come on now. How'd they heat shrink that thing on there or what? I'm going to try standing you up so I could probably do something better here, make it easier on me. Oh yeah. I'm going to try to join these two videos together. This will be my second trip doing that. We'll see how it goes. This is Amazon as well. She's one wire. Well, I shouldn't say one wire. It's still got an igniter wire. Now we're going to check to see if that bolt hole. We'll check to see if that bolt hole is the same size as this one. Gotta keep you up here with it. Look, that magnet's in the way. Maybe the tripod will set the fender with you. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm fighting a losing battle. Stay. Stay. Not staying. Let's try it again up here for now. Just can't see where I'm going. Down there, friend. Get down there. Need to be there. Near here. There. I'm just going to pull that bolt out. And we'll see if this bolt here is the same size as the alternator. I have to give her the ream-a-deem-deem with an old drill bit. Yep. So we'll drill that out. One size is all she got to be. One size, big herd. And then, where's all the wires going to land? Right by the dipstick tube. No, we're good. The ground's at the bottom. Lots of room there. Power there. The igniter's right there if we run the igniter to it. So we're getting pretty good. Well, guys, it is getting late. I'm probably going to let this be now. Now I got an idea what we're going to do there. Got an idea what we're going to do. It's been a day. So, thanks for coming out, guys. I'm going to see if I can join this short one onto that last one I just kind of messed up there. And I know this year's slow going, guys. Slow going. But it's just what I'm up to. Getting this thing together. Excited to hear her run. So, we're on our way. You know, half an hour there. Here, half an hour there. You know. That thing. Junk. Taking up too much time. So, but be good. To all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day tomorrow, guys. Yeah, you. Hopefully, Mom, the kids, take you out for supper, steak, beer, good little supper somewhere, maybe some tasty, you know, some tasty treats for Dad. Dad likes treats, I'm sure. So, this Dad will be home doing things. We'll see. Maybe if I'm lucky, one of my two will call and wish me Happy Father's Day. We'll see how she goes. Thanks for coming out, guys. Another day at it. Dirty hands, clean money. Dirty hands. Get off your couch. Get your hands dirty. Play with your projects. Enjoy the sunshine. Have a cold beer. It's summer. Get your hot rods. Go for a rip. Have a good one. Catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for coming out.